everybody, welcome on into today's stream. I'm here. That's about all I can really say. I did not have the best of nights last night, but it's neither here or there. Hopefully, streaming today put me in a little bit better of a mood, mindset. Take a look at this 2B surrounded by lighting. Or, yeah, 2P. Yeah. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Good weekend. Well, yesterday, a bunch of stuff happened. And basically left us with little more than the clothes on our back. Old went to hell. Scions presumed dead. Alpha no. Basically his reality was shattered. Tataru is about the only living one Scion left. We have nowhere to go except chill out here at Camp Dragonhead. But today, we're the class that, I'll be honest, I am god-awful at playing. I cannot understand Dragoon for the life of me. I don't know if it's because I'm only high level 520 with a crappy headpiece and crappy gloves that don't have materia slotted in them, but you know, I don't really play this tune at whenever rare occasion I do an EX, so don't really figure it's that big of a priority. And though I get like augmented Crypt Lurker gear and just slap all that in. Which, again, I understand, not entirely best in slot, but I'm not doing Savage raiding, so who really cares? But that's a whole different discussion. I'm getting off topic. Today, we start Heavensward in New Game Plus. A Realm Reborn complete. On to Heavensward. Part 1. Owing to the schemes in the shadows of Ul'dah, the Scions of the 7th Dawn have been scattered, and the Warrior of Light has been forced to flee north. Though granted shelter by Lord Haurchefort, the heroes must press on to Ishgard. But what trials await in this reclusive nation, locked in a never-ending struggle with dragons? Commence. And look at all those people. That's a name. Enter the Intercessory to begin Heavensward. Speaking of, I need to fix a thing real quick because I came prepared. Where's a good one? Guess that'll be good enough. I am a prepared streamer, folks. Sorry about this. One sec. Okay, it should be good. Alright. Wish I could find a good one that was in... Well, that one's... That one's better, actually. Let's do that one. Oops. No. Sorry. Remove that one. And it's a thing I completely forgot about, so, yeah. There we are. There we go. I like the black. I like the black background better. Now that we are a prepared streamer, let's go forth, shall we? Make sure it's all good. Alright, I think we're fine. Let's go. Here we go.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything.
New voice actors.
You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Lord Orchiffon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
He's got a point.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmont has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortin. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper. Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
Sounds good. What have we got to lose?
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Here, here!
The organs. I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. The sentries at the gates of judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your names, and they will allow you to pass. My manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then... Going to Ishgard. New expansion, new voice actors. New mount. Okay, maybe not this. Maybe not this. Griffin might be a good one. I think this one will do. Wait. Take the wheel off for now. Maybe not a mount that doesn't have to do with anything in this expansion. How about we use a mount that you can actually obtain in the expansion? Wards of House Forton. Ah, yes, you may pass.
And so they came, at a friend's behest.
I should have still been a warrior here, but hey, details.
Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came. To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Helone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and his companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragon Song War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
Good start, if I may say so myself. Greetings, Master Drac. On behalf of House Fortom, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you would all come with me. Probably not going to be as many sprouts, I imagine, here. The warrior of light and his brave companions, walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight. I cannot tell you how long I have waited for this day. Allow me to present you to my family home, Fortom Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathered to receive you. Come, my friends, introductions must be made.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing. I, Count Edmond de Fortom, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortom, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Forton.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Look at a gift horse in a mouth.
Do not
Alfie.
worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies, don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
Though our friends in House 14 have been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper that we learn about our new home so that we might become more self-sufficient. It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and taverns. We need to know where to shop and where to hear small talk. 'Twould seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall, of course, do as you suggest. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. But I grow forgetful in my dotage. There's something I must give you ere we part. The document is in order, I trust? Yes, my lord. Those documents identify you as wards of House 14. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House 14. Let us hope that it shall not come to that. Rest assured that we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Linkus, Tataru, the city awaits. Let's go. Let's go. Probably afford to make. Nope, can't make it smaller. About as good as it's going to get. Yeah, one day I'll turn on face cam again, but for right now, I figure the logo in the lower left's good enough to hide the chat. As this is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you to the Hoplon, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault. Though all our other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see it first. I shall then show you around the jeweled crozier, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services, before descending to Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza, if there are no questions. Meanwhile, this name here. In case you're wondering why I cover chat, it's just on the off chance someone says something dumb and I don't want it displayed for those of you to see. And I'm also pretty sure people don't want to know they're being broadcasted live to other folks. So, for the sake of privacy, figure why not. The Hoplon, so named for its bronze grace shield borne by our nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north is, of course, the Holy Vault. The Vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statues to the south, are they perchance Thornton's famed Knights 12? Very good, Master Alphino. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined with King Thornton I to put down Nidhogg and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there is much you can learn by exploring the pillars, time permitting, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to the Jeweled Crozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress Elise, our master of the markets. Sorry for that car. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh, this dork who wouldn't give up her frickin' cards. Well, you're certainly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... We are wards. Ah, wards of House Fortom. How very interesting. Count Edmond has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will have need of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners. Should you be uncomfortable... Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Weapons, armors, recruitments, medicine, materials, accoutrements, I guess that's what's a word. Whatever you desire, it can be found in the Crozier. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you shall soon see. Our next destination is the Aetheryte Plaza and Foundation, if everyone is ready. I'm thinking, after everything's said and done, I might do the Dark Knight questline, just because of how good it is. Coziness of the Ishgard night theme. And here we have the Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If you have yet to attune to the Aetheryte, it'd be wise to do so now. I like how in-game they straight up say, hey, go do the thing before you forget. Just love how they add little things like that to this game that don't really need to be explained, but they do it anyway for continuity's sake. It's always nice. As for our next destination, mayhap we should decide together. What else can be found nearby? The Sky Steel Manufactory stands to the west. There, our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for tools against the dragons. The Holy Stables, where chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly, while to the south and east, well, it would be best if you avoided that area. And why is that? I fear our knights may not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Master Alphino. Hold your nose when you pass the broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes. That was not who I thought it was. You misjudge me, sir, for I am no lord but a humbler traveler. Oh, come to see the sights, have you? Take a dare down to Hoplon and gawp at statues. Well, if you've a mind to learn how to better half live, come and have a drink of the Forgotten Night, if your nursemaid will let you. My humblest apologies, Master Alphino. Pray pay that drunken lout no mind. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this Forgotten Night for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this, Linkus. There are a few sources of information more abundant than a bustling local hostelry. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say what we might learn of recent events? And I'm coming too. What better way to hear information than from the mouths of drunk men? As I thought, Ishgard is much more empty than the other city-states. It's Alphino thinking about getting a drink. I must say, this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. We but recently arrived in Ishgard, and are eager to acquaint ourselves with more notable establishments. Master Gibralt. Yeah, Gibralt. Not just Gibralt will do. I'm not flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise it'll live up to your expectations, but if it's decent food and drink you're after, you could do much worse. Judging by the number of customers here, I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I could not help but note a difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, did you? Aye, up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights, and so forth, dropping in on their way to or from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs, where we offer a menu more suited to their tastes. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits, all quality mind, but not the stuff I'd recommend to yourselves. We speak of the lowest levels, yes? Why do they call them the Broom, if I may ask? Because when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, it's the poor sods living at the bottom who have to deal with it. I see. It's not just the weather. When the wyverns broke through the wards and started tearing up the city, it was the Broom that got the worst of it, while the Pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the Temple Knights. More than a few people were still sore about that mind, which is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below. Something sharp in your boot, just to be sure. I shall take your words to heart, sir. Master Alphino, I think it would be best if we return to Forton Manor. You go on ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two. Miss Tataru, I'm afraid that is out of the question. My lord the Count would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place. Least of all a maiden. What are you up to, Tataru? Look around, Alphino. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me. Indeed. Will you be safe here on your own? Oh, please. You know how often I looked after the waking sands and the rising stones by myself. If I had a guild for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine. Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment. That settles it then. Tataru, Linkus and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by Link Pearl if you require assistance. I will. SMRT. Hang out at the bar, hear the local gossip. Welcome, Master Drat. Shall I show you inside the manor? You're just having a little chat. Excuse me. Tell us then, Master Alphino. Does Ishgard meet with your expectations? That which I imagine pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took. And when those steps took me past the scars left by the wyverns in Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating, the casualties unspeakable. The wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children were given no quarter. Sir Emmerich has ordered his knights to strengthen our defenses, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There is much to be done, yet alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord. After all you have done for us, we could welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. That is a most generous offer, Master Alphino. You are guests of my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lane. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good. What would you ask of us? From what I have heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. As for you, Master Drak, I could ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a man with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed to aid Artoriel, and Emmeline in their duties. Emmeline, yeah, sure. I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty by myself. I have no need of our honored guest assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? Hold your tongues. By the Fury, the two of you will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting your station, and show Master Drak the respect he deserves. This is a man who slew Gaius Van Belsar and some half-dozen primals besides. He is not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand boy. I like it. If you could pardon them for their impropriety, Master Drak, I would be much obliged if you could lend my sons a helping hand. That's a awkward thing. Okay, let's go. My thanks. Very willing. They may even learn something from you. Twould seem we shall not want for unemployment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he is glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fortom has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small. And so he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. They say comrades now for some reason. I don't get it. But continuity. As you will go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances with Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think on it, The more confident I am that by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. Still talking about stuff in chat. Sorry for... Shall we be off then, old boy? Ah, but where are my manners? Emmeline de Fortam, second son of Count Edmond de Fortam. Trueborn, that is. Yes, yes, I know what you're thinking. You are absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true, but who could be satisfied subsisting on a meager allowance, forever overshadowed by a sibling? Not I, old boy, not I. It is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the sea of clouds goes swimmingly. Excuse me. So that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts, or better yet, raise me higher in their estimations than Artorial. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Oh, don't look at me that way. I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Hallanter. I forget how to say that exactly, but we'll go with that for now. They have ever been steadfast allies to our house, though they've fallen on hard times since the calamity, poor blighters. As for what precisely we will be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. The airship landing. Are you ready to depart, sir? The airship bound for Cloudtop should be leaving shortly. I remember the first time I went into this zone as a Magic the Gathering player. I went, wait, are we in Zendikar?
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Sid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home. High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds, a frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. To a fledgling outpost, within the sea of clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, he came.
Awfully cold up here. I mean, Kurthus may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course, our hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain that strong silent persona all the time, you know. Well, never mind. We need to find Lady Lanate. She is in charge of the garrison here. Oh, and when we find her, just follow my lead. Yes? Excellent. One sec, gotta do a chat. Quick. Where's my burp? There's my burp. Master Dra, welcome. I am Sir Lanate de Hallandair, commander of the forces stationed here at Clamp Cloudtop. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I am in your debt, you see. It shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother Francel would have been executed upon the word of a false inquisitor. Okay. Like, oh, you're indebted to me because of your brother was Francel. Okay, makes sense. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus I have been unable to seek you out. By the grace of Helone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's savior in person, and to call upon his strenuous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I have done to deserve this double blessing. Well, ahem. 'Tis a pleasure to see you again, my lady Lanate. You cut an elegant figure as always, a steel-clad rose, equally at home on a battlefield or in a ballroom. Lord Emmeline, if it is not too much to ask, I would be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with Master Drog. Yeah, sit the F down. Kid. Adults are talking. Sit down. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravanian incursions. The high elevation afforded by the floating isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it almost makes us a ready target for attack. We are not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. Alas, as you may have noticed, it is currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes nearby already. Ain't no beastman is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a birdman, and I'll show him a thing or two. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Master Trap. She feels sorry for me having to babysit this idiot. While I understand Count Edmond's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible he may learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he will make a mess of things. That's my cat. One sec. Hey, sorry about that. Cat decided to start burping. I was moving to the hard tile part of the house. So that way, in case he decides to puke, he can do it there, and it's relatively easy to clean up instead of the carpet. Does it on a carpet, it's a mess, as I'm sure any of you with a cat, dog, or similar animal can attest to. Okay, where were we? Tell him I would like him to keep watch for Giovannian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep Emmeline from shirking his duty. A request from Lenate? Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here but a few yalms away. Oh, never mind. What is it? Mission of paramount importance. Watch for Giovannians. Mission? Yes, of course. That is why I am here. I shall do as my lady asks. Okay, Mr. Honoroy. Ah, Master Drac. I do not believe I have personally introduced myself. My name is Honoroy, and I serve as the pleasure of Lord Emmeline. Lady Lanate would have me accompany Lord Emmeline on his mission. Ah, I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel obliged to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listens to you, at least, more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. I suspect you had to humor your fair share of difficult men before. Little lady, you got no idea. Now that Emmeline is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggles with the Vanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago, when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our peoples for half a year, until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitudes towards us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go and see Sir Mariel. She could use your assistance. Oh, Master Drac, I presume. Lady Laniace told me you were coming. I hear you've never faced a Vanu before. Well, spend enough time on patrol, and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the floating islands. I say birdmen, but they're not at all like the Ixal. Unless that Ixal's mother was a geas. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in these areas, kill or drive them away. Scout this close to your camp. Okay. Sprout got very confused, like, wait, what? Is he one-shotting everything? Finished with your patrol? Anything to report? It was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I could take solace in the fact that Helone had blessed us with a mighty ally. Expecting your recent clashes with Ivanu, it cannot have escaped your notice that things are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And of course, the pride of our camp, the Vaulted Protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs. So even when the Holy See to come under Dravanian attack, we'd be unable to fight at her aid. Simply put, Master Dra, this is where ambition comes to die. If you have any aspirations for advancement, you'll be right at home. However, I would like to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I would have you seek out the sentries and stoke their fighting spirit. Psych them up, you might say. Oh. Of course it would, Is it an attack? What should we do? What should we do? Well, I'm trying to hype you up. You had me fooled there for a moment, old boy. An amusing jest, albeit a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am to the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet still you tempt me with the promise of excitement. No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Lady Lanete will give me a grand mission as befits my station. Just had a Sprout ask me, where'd you get that mount? I was like, you haven't met that boss yet, so smile. What is it? Is it the Horde? By the Fury, whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake, worry not. After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll sleep for a fortnight. Yeah. Ye gods, where did that come from? Fine, if you insist. I will make an effort to be more alert. But really, I fail to see the point. We're hundreds of miles away from the front lines. Just the way I like it, thank you very much. May take a detour, folks. We got a sparkle pony. We got a lightning pony up. And that would be an Ixion. As is tradition with Ixion. Where are you? There you are. It's someone. Oh, guess we're going. Maybe. Doesn't matter unless someone dispels the shield. This is awkward. Someone pulled and we don't have any action. There we go. Ooh, 140 gil. back to, I believe it's Camp Cloud Top. My apologies for that little detour. Many thanks, Master Jack. Already I can see a change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon, Lord Emmeline said what? Ha! Well, I have no doubt that Lady Lanate will do her utmost to oblige him. If Lord Emmeline is going to demand a more dangerous duty, then I expect Lady Lanate will want you to accompany him. And apologies, I have gas. I've had to stop every other word, trying not to burp in the mic, because I don't want to be rude. You might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use in avoiding the inevitable. Master Jock, Lord Emmeline has just informed me that a mere sentry duty is beneath him. I understand we have you to thank for his epiphany. Well, there's nothing for it but to give him something more demanding then. Can I count on you to keep him safe? Yeah, I got him. Excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water in Camp Cloudtop, as there are no underground sources where we can tap with wells. However, there is a unique variety of crystal we have recently discovered, which may enable us to attain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Vor San Saran, to the east of here. I would have you and Emmeline bring us one back to us. You may have to contend with the feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention the Vanu scouts ranging from their nearby settlement. Of course, that all bears in comparison to keeping the London Yard entertained. You have doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck, and be safe. Lady Lanate told you to tell me about my mission once again. Oh, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? A vital mission, on the success of which the very survival of Camp Cloudtop rests. The procurement of potable water. Finally! It's about time she trusted me with a mission of real import. Right then, let's go! Let's go! So this is the Vor San Saran of a legend, with nary a Vanu in sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know. Why don't you and I make a competition? Whoever finds the superior specimen wins. Honoroi shall judge our entries on size, purity, and, say, aesthetic sensibilities. Let's begin at once. It's kind of a pain if I remember right. You search this big old area trying to find one crystal. can just get my bird off the ground. Nope. Come on, give crystal. This one's taking a minute. This might be it. There we go. Ah, Master Jack, have you brought your entry for the contest? Yep. My understanding of such things is limited, but this can truly be used to draw moisture from air like water from a pump. Fascinating. Lord Emmeline has been gone for an awfully long time. Do you perchance see him while you were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the dangers of wandering too far in such a place. Mayhap I'm worrying about nothing, but I must ask that you assist me in looking for him, Master Drak. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray search the southeastern area of Vor Saint Siran as swiftly as you are able, and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell. Good luck. Taking this way too seriously, my guy. Survey the surrounding area for a time, but see no sign of Emmeline. Master Jack! Lord Emily has been taken by the Vanu! They had my lord surrounded, a whole gang of them! Please, you must come quickly! Emmeline, you little shit. Series of unfortunate events indeed. Vanu must have taken him to that village. May have to present their chieftain. It's okay, I'm level 80 and a DPS, so that means I actually deal damage. We got this. I will make haste to the Rose House and tell Lady Lanate what has happened. Yet, by the time I return with aid, it may be already too late. Forgive me for asking, Master Drak, but could you spy an opportunity to sneak past the centuries and rescue Lord Emmeline in my absence? I beg you to take it. I know he could be a trifle presumptuous and insensitive and, well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. Yeah, you're right. no guardrails.
By the Fury, you're not gonna eat me, are you? That's not what you do to prisoners, is it? Legus, over here! I'm over here! Netherlings come to flee, prisoner. Spread word like thunder, and cast them into Cloud Sea.
Look how the chief just sits there and doesn't do anything. He's a friendly NPC. We're fine.
That was thoroughly unpleasant. Netherlings slink away like gulful gale cats. Rally, warriors of Gundu. Let none escape.
Really, he doesn't reach it. Okay. See, two of them aggro. Where they are there. What's your fault? Where are you going?
Help has arrived, Linkus.
Well, you're...
Fun, is that you? Thank heavens! Get us out of here! Keep Emmeline safe, Linkus. We'll hold them off.
Well, you kind of ran up there and aggroed 6 mobs, so,
Guess maybe we shouldn't have killed him so fast. Rules not much. I'm not the one.
Where are you going? Doesn't matter. That was interesting. AI is broken.
Reinforcements?
Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vondo, roils like blackest storm clouds. Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells, and he comes.
Well. What have we here?
The White, mighty Bismarck, Lord of the Mists!
A flying whale? By the Fury, it's a primal. We must away.
And a good call, I'm level 6, so I can't take this many at once.
Damn! Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
Aye, aye, Chief.
All aboard!
And they just let us. I mean, to be fair, it was kind of quick, so. Getting way over his head. The gods only know what might have happened had we not been around to save you. No need for thanks, though. It's not as if you haven't done the same for us on a few previous occasions. Alright, more than a few. 'Twas but blind chance that brought us together this time, in case you were wondering. The Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with this creation of theirs, the Protector. Apparently, they just can't seem to get her flying. Anyway, I came to Caltop to cast an eye over the ship, only to learn that you had arrived some few days before with an Ishgardian lordling in tow. Small world, I thought. Just as said lordling's manservant skittered into view, babbling about his master having been captured and you risking all to rescue him, and the rest, as they say, is history. Right, well, I hate to cut short our reunion, but I am here on business after all, and the boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend. We'll speak again soon, I promise. Oh, Sid. Meanwhile, you have something to say. Oh, very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could very well have died, you know. Me! Dead! On the other hand, by risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal, and that, old boy, is no small feat. I have made a historic discovery, a fact even Lady Lanate will have no choice but to acknowledge. Yes, I am rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of her praise. Speaking of which, it's time we made our triumphant return.
Putting it lightly. Praise Halone, I feared the worst. What happened out there? Well, there's a new primal. It's a whale. A primal? Are you sure? Yeah, now that I think on it, this Bismarck is reminiscent of this white whale of Vanu legend. A massive creature said to swim in a sea of clouds. From what I have learned of comparable summonings, the presence of this Vanu's god would certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior towards the people of Kaltop. Ah, you mean to say that if they had fallen under the primal's influence? I recall reading of such things in the documents provided by Master Alphino. Aren't we forgetting something important, Lady Lanate? A little recognition for the hero of the hour, a few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on. Why, yes, you are right, of course. Master Drak deserves all that and more for having risked his life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there is naught else to discuss, I would depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat without delay. But of course, Master Drak, you have done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishgard with Lord Haurchefort and give my warmest regards to the Count. So that's it then? No more forays into enemy territory? Very well, I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Lanate. May our next meeting take place under more felicitous circumstances. All's well that ends well, eh? To the airship landing then. You can speak on the journey home. I am so sorry, my lady. Alright folks, I've been going for almost 2 hours and haven't taken a break, so I should probably do that. We are going... I thought I needed to fly all the way back here, but no. Quest designer... Quest designers improved a bit, let's say, from A Realm Reborn. So, I will leave you with this pleasant nighttime Ishgard music. Oh. As soon as I port over to the right place. And I will get up, stretch my legs, grab some water, all that good stuff. Don't go anywhere, folks. I'll be back in a couple minutes. folks, we back. We back. Making a couple adjustments to stuff and things, but... And also, a cat who's adamant about wanting my water, despite the fact that he has a running water fountain that gives him clean, fresh water. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah. I confess, I have always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind upon your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement, I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or mayhap it is simply the joy of having cheated death yet again. In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Emmerich of all that has occurred. Emmeline should have returned to the manor by now. Why not and go see if he has recovered from his ordeal? Vigil. I need to turn it off. One day I'll be a good streamer. Alright, it splits here. I forgot. Oh, it's you, Linkus. Oh, gods, did he have to strike me so hard? Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters and claimed Caltop, how I endangered the lives of others through my own reckless and incompetence. It's not easy playing the hero, is it? Bonked you with his cane, didn't he? Oh good, maybe you'll learn something. Let us begin anew, Master Drog. I am Sir Arturiel de Forton, oldest son of Count Edmond de Forton. You'll forgive me my outburst, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Poshafon has spoken of you often. If you are even half the man he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then, we will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of Houses Durandare and Zamael. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Aye, well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture, but we shall speak of more of that anon. First, we must need secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables and foundation. Off to zone number 2. Sky Steel. The nighttime. This music is so good. Just a piano and nothing else. Greetings, Master Jack. I've settled a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands as per Lord Atoriel's instruction. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? So, you're in for a treat. I dare say you know, this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, it may carry you quite high too, even over snow cloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, be sure to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. Be sure not to relax my grip.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest. Once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, he came.
The world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? Still find the experience strangely liberating. Yeah, I guess. Sped up A Realm Reborn by probably a good 10 hours. Well, maybe not 10 hours, probably like 2, 3. Yeah, I'd say around anywhere from 2 to 5 hours it saves doing A Realm Reborn. Fine. To business. Sir Redwald is in charge here. He should be expecting us. It's been far, far too long, Lord Atoriel. Who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwall. I present to you Lincoln Dracht, Ward of House Fortom. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Drummond spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Durandare, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? And before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Master Dracht is unfamiliar with our recent history, and with your permission, I shall recount the tale for his benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers. And then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement and the entirety of the Western Highlands were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics, Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, building the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Fortom are at your disposal, Sir Redwald. You need but tell us where to begin.
Several crossmen in service to House of Mile are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Roth, their foreman, told me he has need of a man with your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? I doubt I need it, but I'm doing it anyway. Oh, he's over there. Yes, I'm Roth. Who might you be? I'm Lakis, here to help you. The promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I have the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Sent me over on one of them black birds, same as you, to build and bend and tell others how to build and mend. But fury take me, this ice. It's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you. Mark my words, there are pockets of them here and there, just waiting for me to turn my back. Excuse me. So they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, you're sure to find them. Jump, kill one? Yes, I can. Poke. Double poke. Kills our ice sprites. What now? Ha! There's a man who looks like he's found his marks. You're just the sort we need around here. Kind of a hop too when he sees a task done. Only because you told me. You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I could tell. Not that I've any skill at arms to speak of mine. It doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep you for myself, and there's others out what need help, same as me. So if you're keen to help keep on doing what you're done, I ask you head to the north to the pike. The bloody huge statue out in the waste, if you've never been. Mason by the name of Theramont is out there tending to the thing. Good man, Theramont. I reckon he's taken on too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him. Well, huh. Wait, someone actually up here? It's funny. Summoner could use some experience. Oh, it's... What is it then? What could it be? Probably should.
Oh.
We'll find it. Really, it's none of these? Oh, it's Rally. Number 43, huh? Monumental stone sculpture carved in the likeness of Haltrith, the first Azure Dragoon. The stonemason Purcell devoted 30 of her later years chiseling the piece, and it stood for more than 150 years since. Even today, one could not find a more stirring tribute to one of Ishgard's founding fathers. Hail to you, traveler. What brings you out this way? Foreman Roths bid you assist me. Well, far be it from me to turn down a helping hand. I'm been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years in the neglect has not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I've just thanked for it. Rather, those deep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me the bristles, I'd be in your debt. Did it. There you are. Feed the bristles. Yep. Feel how coarse that is? That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soup from the statue. Beautiful, isn't it? A spitting image of Haltrith, first of the Azure Dragoons, one of Ishgard's founding fathers. A symbol of everything the Dravanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with dragonfire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer this desecration of our nation's hero. Soon this statue will be as it once was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and its message to the heretics that we have returned. This work may be hard and the conditions harsh, but as a proud Ishgardian, I could ask for no greater honor. Are you for Falcon's Nest? So I have a favor to ask. Here's this knight, Sir Ysador, stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve, to be honest. Anyway, while you're away, she came through on patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour. Would you mind returning it to her? Well, thanks to you, friend. This... this place, yeah. There she is. What's that? A package? I'm gonna fog guess what you're talking about. Not this package? Confounded, a fool of a... What a waste. It was a gift, adventurer. Beermont's labors days and nights without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. When I simply give it to him, by the Fury, have you no sense of decorum? A high-born knight cannot be seen favoring a low-born mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well as your willingness to assist Beermont. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray give my regards to Sir Redwald.
Must applaud your initiative, Master Drat. Oath tells me you've been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task which I must commit all able-bodied men and women, you and Lord Atorio included. Oh. Calm as ever, you must surely sense the gravity of the situation. A veteran through and through, just as Lord Dromont said. Good. We have lost contact with a reconnaissance party set north of Riversmeet in search of the heretics' hideaway. Whether they were attacked or met with some other misfortune, we know not. Regardless of the cause, we must act quickly. This is a harsh, unforgiving land which can claim, and has claimed, the lives of many men. To ensure we find our missing knights as quickly as possible, we have assigned each party to a different area to search. You and Lord Atorio will be working together. Seek them out when you are ready to depart, and good luck. Seems we have been assigned an area near Camp Riversmeet, Master Drac. As you are unaware, the camp was one of many our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from Kurth's Western Highlands. One of many sacrifices made in the wake of the calamity. Sorry, I burp. 'Twould not surprise me if our knights took shelter there. There's but one way to find out, though. Let us be off. I'll never forget first time wandering into this zone before the Aether Currents got nerfed in their OG positions. They were everywhere. Pretty sure one was in there. I'm all but certain one was there. Like now you can get the flights. Now you can just fly here after you get the quest line done, but you gotta be like, I forget how you get up there. Oh, right, you couldn't even fly in a zone until you could get into here, and that was at like level 56. So yeah, you couldn't even fly in a zone until level 56 because I literally think an Aether Current was up there. There, below us. Camp Riversmeet. Camp Riversmeet. What remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliff safely from here. Should we fall, the beast below will make short work of us. Come, we know a path to the river's bed below, east of the Black Iron Bridge. I'm a Dragoon, I could just jump down there. The reconnaissance party came this way. I see no sign of it. Still, it is possible that recent storms have obscured their trail, or that they took an alternate route to Camp Riversmeet. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. No, literally just go back. Third. I was a fool. You okay, buddy? Are you alright? I heard the sounds of a struggle. Thank the Fury. I thought no one would come. 3 heretics slain and 1 knight saved. Just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation, Master Dracht. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Naught but white all around, till we saw shapes moving towards us, running towards us, with naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but the others were shouting and screaming. But after a while, I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. But the heretics tracked you here. Aye. My lord, the heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly before the snow buries all traces of their passing. For my brothers, we must... Have faith, sir. Justice will be done. But first, we must see you to safety. No, you cannot still fight. He has the right of it, Master Drak. Whatever remains of the heretic's trail will be gone within the next snowfall. But we cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to Falcus Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would have you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up the heretic's trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to the lair forthwith, being sure to leave me some clear footprints. I realize that this plan may place you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured that we will not be far behind. And Linkus, thank you. Yep. I smell some heresy. Get the flamen werfer. We gonna werf some flamen heretics. The treks continue to the north. I don't know if I need to interact with them. I'm going to. Alright, I'm level 50. These are actually correct. I'll do it anyway, just in case. Oh, the hell with your flash. Where are we going, buddy? Hmm? Where are we going? Oh, fuck off, Ice Trail. Gonna die before he gets to where he needs to go.
first off. This really is Heavensward. That one is just family flash. Well, hello, ma'am.
Looking for me, I presume.
The child who glimpsed the truth.
No! It cannot be.
It is.
He cameth unto me, as didst thou. Alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found. But I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice, and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people, to bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be.
Well, what of the innocents who died when you attacked the Foundation?
It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control. Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
What? So now we're allies? Master Jock, place Helena, you are alive. We came as swiftly as we could, but I see we are too late. Yeah, took down some heretics. So they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. 'Tis a pity Lady Icehawk escaped, but we must not let that detract from your accomplishment. We have them on the run. You have dealt our forces a telling blow this day, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognized. So we just straight up say, yeah, they were down in the cellar, Lady Icehawk was there, but she got away. Okay. Establishing an outpost so remote a location could not have been easy, tenacious devils. The nighttime matters here well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwald. Come! After tracking heretics across malms of ice and snow, I would say you are due a few hours rest next to a warm fire. I mean... Redwald killed some heretics, saw their leader, stuff got confusing. Auditorial, Master Drock, full glad am I to see you both hale and healthy. What news? Everything I just said about 10 seconds ago, say it now. You mean to say that you hunted the heretics down by on your own and slew them before reinforcements arrived? By the Fury! I believe we have made great strides toward purging these lands of heretics, and I mean to say as much when I deliver my report to my father in the Holy See. As will I, Lord Autorial. May it serve to remind our superiors what houses Durandal and Forton can achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed. I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest. We most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Master Drock have accomplished far more than I thought possible. I cannot in good conscience impose upon you any longer. Pray return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwald. We thank you for your hospitality. The posturing of nobles. Gotta love it. Also, the hell with your black chocobo. I got a purple bird. Master Drog, I would speak plain. From the first, I questioned your motives and your competence. Unjustly, I now realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread, and quite frankly, those surrounding you beg our belief. But Haurchefant swore that all those stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he duly listened, because for all his wisdom, he has never been able to say no to my dear half-brother, the legacy of my father's soul and discretion. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed, she refused to acknowledge him. And to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that is not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmeet, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone. An onerous task fraught with danger. And there you were, the savior of Eorzea, an honored guest of House Forton, a new comrade in arms, Haurchefant's dear friend. I told myself it was to be a test, but part of me hoped that you would fail. You accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear. Yet you duly tracked the enemy down, faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Haurchefant had the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength bespeaks mine own weakness. But I will not doubt you again, Master Dragt. On that, you have my word. So he thought Haurchefant was full of shit and decided to test us. Thought we would die. It didn't. And now he's like, oh, I was wrong about you. You really are the real deal. Ah, Master Dragt, my lord the Count much desires to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Artorial and Lord Emmeline. If you would remain here a moment.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Emanalane's life. Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord!
What is it? Speak.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What?
Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain, elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavensward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Sir Grinno is a brute. An exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
Though you have won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen, there are those who will never be swayed. Men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your successes, even as we celebrate them. 'Tis like that one such member of House Amayo is manipulating Sir Gurneau, for he is not a man to dabble in politics of his own volition. You may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I am quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us not if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Emmerich at the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. You will know more of these charges. The Forgotten Knight, I believe. Sorry. Music is so good. It has been too long, Lucas. Would that this visit came under happier circumstances. We are come to plead for Master Alphino and Mr. Shitaru, I take it. That's right. Word of their detainment reached us while I was delivering my report on the Vanu Primal. Truly, I know not which is more ludicrous, these charges or that flying feathered whale. As Sir Gurneau's accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult, however, as he is a knight of the Heavensward. I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of Ishgard, sworn to serve his eminence alone. Suffice it to say, their testimony is unimpeachable, and I have not the authority to challenge their actions. After all the scions I've done, routing the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us to defend the steps of faith and drive back the Dravanian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there naught we can do? I fear there is but one path left to us. We must demand a trial by combat. But of course! In a trial by combat sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under Ishgardian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Master Alphino and Mr. Shitaru will be expected to face Sir Gurneau and a second of his choosing, another Knight of the Heavensward, most like. 2 of them? By the Fury, that can hardly be considered fair. Master Alphino's magical talents will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mr. Shitaru, on the other hand, is quite obviously veteran with martial skill, and should be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Lest you doubt, I am ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I am sure is Lord Harshathon, but all here present know that you are the most accomplished warrior among us, and mayhap in the realm at large. Yeah. Then it is settled. I will visit Master Alphino at once and inform of our intentions. Lycus, meet me at the tribunal when you are made ready. Until then, my friend. In which Aetherite? Literally called the tribunal. I like it. Listen carefully, Lycus. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges, and the accused invited to respond. Then, in accordance with the law, they will be asked to restate the request for a trial by combat. Once the High Agitator acknowledges Mr. Shitaru's right to name a champion, that is when you must make your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Gurneau's face when he sees his true opponent, which will be priceless. More seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look for me in the stands, and I shall cheer you so loud you will wonder how you could have contrived to doubt yourself. Now, are you ready? Oh, Harshathon.
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grinno, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grinno de Zemile, brother of the Heavensward, did bear witness to these 2 foreigners consorting with heretics.
That voice, yo.
Let the accused step forward. Alfino Leveilleur, Tataru Taru, you have heard the charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Grinno's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alfino Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru Taru, am innocent of this charge. But I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
I will.
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the Ishgardian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
Render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous, and cast down the wicked.
Dragoon versus Dragoon. I shall do what I can to support you, Linkus. Now, let us teach these noble sirs the folly of bearing false witness. Well, what do we have here? This one is mine, Sir Grinno. Go play with the boy. Bloody wasted.
I have
Come
my
on,
pride.
then. Walk with this, remember?
Got you now.
Linkus, Alphino, look out!
Down with you!
Ow. Literally carried by 530 gear. We won! The Fury has spoken.
Alphino Levier, Tataru, you are hereby acquitted of all charges. Blessed are we who receive of her wisdom and see justice wrought by her divine hand. Petitioners, accused, go forth in peace. Delivered from an untimely demise yet again. My thanks, as always. By the Fury, what a splendid victory! To see how you strove in the face of adversity, two brave young souls bound together by the possilient bonds of camaraderie, might have stirred me to the very depths of my soul. Having been treated to such a rousing spectacle, it seems only right that I present you with a humble token of mine admiration. Pray receive of me this chocobo whistle. Oh. With it, you may summon a black chocobo, fully trained and ready to fly. Magnificent, is she not? Strong yet sleek, elegant yet eager. What say you, Linkus? Will you take her for your steed? Sure. Lord Harshaphon, chocobos are prohibited in the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitive Doctrine. Your steed must remain outside. That is a very, very long-winded name for an establishment. Yeah, I've already got those. Skip through that. Black chocobos are all well and good, but the true reward for your efforts is the exoneration of your comrades. They shall be released upon the completion of certain minor formalities, which I mean to see to personally. In the meantime, pray return to Fortom Manor. The Count has done so already, and will doubtless be eager to discuss today's events. Helone smiles on us yet again, Master Drak, guiding you to victory and setting your comrades free. I confess, I did fear for your safety, which is not to say I doubted your prowess, you understand. I merely knew the strength of your opponents. You do have a habit of exceeding my expectations. Besting two of the Heavenswards while the city's elite looked on. By the Fury, anyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. My lord! We just received a message from the vault. His Eminence, the Archbishop, requests the presence of Master Drak. An invitation from the Archbishop? What an honor. A personal summons is indeed a great honor, and given recent events, you would be wise not to delay. Go, Master Drak. We shall speak anon. A priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him, and he will escort you inside.
Off to see the Pope.
We are honored to receive you, Master Drak. This way, please.
Go with a gender neutral voice because I don't want to zoom in and see what gender they are. Helmet mandatory off. I like it.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate, but as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress.
Apologize?
Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavensward were in receipt of erroneous information. Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence, As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
Ruh-roh. Something's up.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now, tell me, young man, what do you know of the Asians?
Straight to the point. I like it.
Much and more, I shouldn't wonder. Being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them, have entertained them as guests, even. Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them.
So you're siding with them because you want to learn more about them.
Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light.
Kinda don't really fear me now, but...
If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must need work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
Some food for thought there. Pope wants us to join up with them to try and wrestle the Ascians.
There you are. I confess, I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you?
Well, the Pope wanted to talk to me about teaming up with him to take down the Ascians.
Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced.
I probably wouldn't have led with that. I'd led with the Ascian thing first. That one's a little bit more important.
By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well. We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you. When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauburn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate!
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orshafon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauburn.
Indeed. Though the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us little to charge headlong into Ul'dah without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose that we visit Limsa Lominsa. Oh, back to 30 FPS we go. Aye, you heard me right. When you were about your altruistic endeavors, I acted as an intermediary in trade negotiations between House Fortom and the Lominsan Consortium. During said negotiations, an opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I am happy to report that we yet have a stout ally in Limsa. The Admiral has pledged her full cooperation in any effort to rescue Rauburn. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her, that we might discuss how best to proceed. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies, after all. When you arrive in Limsa Lominsa, make yourself known to Sergeant Xanthale at Bulwark Hall in the lower decks. He will admit you to the bridge. It'll take me a very, very, very quick break. No break screen or anything. Just gonna get up, use the bathroom real quick. Be like 2 minutes at most. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Yeah, just had to do a quick bathroom break. I didn't really feel like taking a whole-on break, so... I don't know, because I guess I'm kind of in it, just want to keep going, you know? Admiral has been expecting you. Say the word and I'll take you to her.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Uldar, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Oh?
Sharp as ever, Master Alphino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seed Seer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof, to accuse the saviors of the realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen. There is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seedseer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Uldan Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seedseer and I to lend Rauban a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo. But they must have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah, could it be? I dare not hope.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Or mayhap she's not dead.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Rauban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
I often have poking holes everywhere.
You've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Rauban had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Queerly, 'twas not the brass blades who spirited him away either. but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
The Crystal Braves.
I like how his voice actor literally gritted his teeth and went, the Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain. At any rate, if we're to rescue Rauban, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
Something found? Hire somebody who hides in the shadows and does it good. Rauban's survival is vital to the Eorzean Alliance. We can ill afford to lose him. But I cannot send troops into Ul'dah. 'Twould spell the end of the Alliance, and war like as not. If there is to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours to attempt it. I would not have it any other way, Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Braves, and I who must take responsibility for their actions. Spoken like a true leader, Master Alphino. By way of a first step, you should seek out our Doman contact. You will find her among the frontier hands at Revenant's Toll, working in a kitchen. Think it wise to go back to Revenant's Toll. I'd be wary of that, but if we received information that they pulled out whenever they did what they could, then no clue. Up. Geary. Master Lingus! I knew in my heart you were safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot well express my relief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the Rising Stones by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we have remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while awaiting your return. You have done well by us, and we Domans do not soon forget our debts. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Limsa Lominsa that you were searching for General Rauban. As the Admiral will have informed you, he was recently moved from his cell in the Miraja pit. At the same juncture, Yu Hase and the 3rd unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This could be no simple coincidence. The purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice it to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out Deware at Highbridge, where I too am bound. So they are still here, so it's somewhat kind of risky to come back. If they were to identify us, then... But I guess if they're holding down the Rising Stones and not leaving, probably would be pretty simple to get in, get what we need, get out. I've been expecting you. Time is the essence, so I shall be direct. Yuhasi and his men are bound for Halatali, rather. We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Hosen is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let's make haste and join him. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Bahamut. Over there somewhere. You've come at a good time, my friends. But moments ago, the traitor Ilbert arrived and entered Halatali. From this, we may be certain that General Raubon is being held within. There is no time to lose. General Alden may be executed at any moment. We must enter Halatali and free him from his captors. Please see to your preparations and tell me when you are ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside. Here we go.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Hello, Yugiri.
Lady Yugiri!
Master Alphino, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to record it. For a time I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts. Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Raubon is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you.
Oh, ninjas.
With me!
I think she said to draw them away from the gate, but I guess killing them outright will probably work. Not a soul from the Colosseum to be seen. We spoke, Hill. Take the lead, Linkus. I shall follow close upon you.
Away with you!
Therefore you are healer, therefore you
Leave this to me!
chest. Nope. Lore-wise, it's already looted.
the general, but where are his captors? I mislike the looks of this. General! You came. It is bound by some manner of magitech device, but I dare not force it open. It may well be booby-trapped. I have heard of such devices. The Crystal Braves will possess the key. Let us split up and look for it. That will not be necessary. Pray do not take it personally, my friends. You are the victims of harsh economic conditions. Happily, you will not suffer for long. The poison will convey you swiftly unto the bosom of Thal, where I hope to join you after the passing of many prosperous years. Farewell, friends. Oh, and do try to relax. They tell me struggling only makes it worse. Confound it. The mist stifles my healing. Leave me. Save yourselves. We cannot let them escape, Linkus. Force the gate. I highly doubt a pokey stick can force open an iron gate, but okay. Beast! I'm supposed to be drawing them. The way is clear. The mist remains. We must stop it at the source. I shall tend to the general. Pray see to the mist and the key. Braves, have the key. Oh, he's up on his phone. Okay. Takes care of the mist. The mist has cleared. Next, to find a key and free Raban. Damn, Alphino. How did they survive the poison? Well, let's finish the job. Joke's on you, idiot. I'm a dragoon. I like seeing what you see.
stun me. The key! Take it to Robon! Way ahead of you. You should probably heal yourself, but who am I to judge? Sure you don't want to heal yourself? Okay. Is there like a hot on you or something? My thanks. Slowly, General. You are yet weak from your ordeal. Nevertheless, we must quit this place. I should have known. What are clever contrivances to the Warrior of Light? Well done, hero. Ill bird. You mean to struggle on, then? Very well. If you'll stand in my way, I shall cut you down like all the rest. Come, scions, let's get this over with. Sultana's assassins are here. Crystal Braves, to arms. Whatever it takes to survive. I am no hero. Never was, never will be. Strength. Let me.
I have you now.
It is nothing.
I'll just take him out. Okay, that works.
This changes nothing.
It is over, Illbird. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lad, you'd best wake up. The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used? By the Scions, the City-States, even the Crystal Braves. They none of them care a whit what you want. Only what you can do for them. And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland. And I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing! If we ourselves are not free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Alamigo. Nothing!
You'll not get away!
No, Master Alphino. Now is not the time.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
On your feet, gladiator. This fight ain't over.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till I'd avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lad. Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
General, are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope, but I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
What? But how can that be?
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without.
He raises some good points and pokes a lot of holes. Like, why would Lolorito? Why would Lolorito not take the first advantage he gets to basically jump in charge? What does he have? What would he have to lose? Or maybe he's smarter than he looks and realizes, hey, this problem, all the chaos that would break out if I were to announce that the Sultanate is dead, would probably not be worth it, and Ul'dah would burn regardless. So maybe he thinks, or like Alphino said, she's not dead. The General is safe. What news without? My lady, the guards have been subdued as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. And Ilberd and his minions have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, my lady. General Alden, I presume, and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bade me direct your steps to the Waking Sands. Know that Master Urianger awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. This is no ruse, I assure you. General Alden, if you will come with me, I prepared a carriage, and you may travel in comfort safe from prying eyes. One of yours, Yugiri? I have spoken with Urianger via Link Pearl. He confirms the man's story. Ramban is in safe hands. Let us make our own way to Vesper Bay. Once more, back to the waking sands. What the? I just brain farted into thinking of all the level 70s.
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
You.
It was I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthor, and member of the Syndicate.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young man, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
Well, never had a chance because Teleji just barged in immediately as soon as the goblet hit.
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Some manner of sedative, perchance? Of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck Her Grace from the jaws of death. that must count for something. And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teledji Adeledji left behind. You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
So we have Lolorito to thank for saving Nanamo. He's still a dick, but he did some good. I had not counted on Prioress Delwala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved more prescient. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Ralban, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ul'dah. We couldn't have done it without you, Linkus. Thank you. Tataru? Yes, General Ralban is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well, we shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Javanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dewala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Tarapin and the others to investigate, and return with all haste to Ishgard. And that will be our cliffhanger. I think that is a good place to call it for tonight. Again, as always, thank you everyone for coming out, hanging out, lurking, whatever it is you're doing out there. It really means a lot to me. And I think if he is still going to... Yes, he is. Probably won't show up at all in a stream, but I figure let's raid the man himself, shall we? And thank you folks so much for coming out. I'm feeling kind of bleh today. I might take tomorrow off. I'm not sure. Might, because it'd be nice to have a little bit of a break. I've been kind of going at it for almost 2 weeks straight without one, so I might take a mental health day tomorrow. If I do, I'll see you probably on Monday. If I don't, I'll see you tomorrow. Regardless, it'll be around 5:30 Eastern, as always. Again, thank you so much for coming out. Stay safe out there. We'll see you later. Bye, folks.